Welcome back to Study Break. I hit end recording and I said, that was a short episode. And then Campbell said, I've lived 1,000 lives. And now she's up and stretching.
Yeah, Campbell had to get up from the table for that one.
Lord.
Campbell was really tense.
My jaw was clenched.
Campbell needs like a deep tissue massage.
I didn't breathe during that.
Yeah, I'm headed to massage center tomorrow.
Olivia was pretty cool, calm, and collected. Beans was not, but on the inside, I said everything always works out for us, so.
Yeah.
What is he gonna do? Kill us?
Don't, test him about it.
Don't tempt him.
All right.
So now we're right back where we were with the fucking 7 of us fucking tripping over each other and dragging each other's ankles into the ground. We've done nothing. But then it's on the other hand, what we're supposed to do? We could kill Sabina, but to be honest, I like having Sabina around because I love drama and I love toxicity.
Also, she's protective of y'all.
I know.
She's a lovely energy.
And then y'all did betray her, though.
We literally knocked her. No. We saved her from the time trap. She saved us from the time trap. She tried to murder the school. We tried to murder her.
Squeeze.
It's even. It is. Once she let us out of the time trap, now we're even.
Yeah.
So you know what? Good for her. But we knocked her unconscious, fucking siding with Team 1, and they time trapped our ass. Oh, you motherfuckers. And then did they even get Tess? I guess Tess was gone.
Yeah, Tess was gone.
But Tess was the one who was so the most hesitant. She was the most scared. Mm-hmm. She was the most hesitant about the whole thing. And then Levi was the most cutthroat, maybe did the soul thing. Maybe, I don't know. Has Levi been doing all the time traps? Well, there were enough time traps in the cave that it's
I mean, Levi's an artificer. He's got some crazy shit. And it's a easily broken thing.
He has a gun. We can't trust him.
He has a gun. He's got gadgets. And that's what I wanted. I was I wanted this episode to be how much y'all have y'all been we're gonna kidnap them, they're gonna kidnap us, and it's and then y'all were no, we're not in this web. And then this episode I was no, that's a big web and y'all are in it.
Yeah, I thought that they understood where we were coming from, but on the Nat 20 Insight you said they really didn't intend to let the bracelet fall into their hand.
Yeah, no, they were sincere about that.
Yeah,
they just didn't want y'all to see the body that was in there.
Yeah, so the worst part about all of this is that they got us.
The worst part about all of this is one of the Rushguard triplets is dead.
Yeah.
Was sacrificed.
We didn't even have time
and where
to
are the other two? They probably time trapped the other two so when they could make it back, they could just pull one out of the time trap and...
Do we think they killed the Rushguard, though, and it didn't work to get them through the door?
Well, because I think... And maybe Jared will give us the full translation, but I think it was referring to you can either not have a soul or you can have 2 souls. So maybe it did work.
Okay.
But they just weren't maybe strong enough to get all the way there.
I mean, I don't really want to confirm.
That's fine. You don't have to.
They got through and they touched the bracelet and it because obviously they didn't have the bracelet, so it transported them, and then this was round 2.
Or maybe they ran in and made the sacrifice and then the goop monster came up and they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or
they couldn't.
Sabina said that she saw them. So,
that's true. Maybe she stopped him because
Sabina
remember
said she saw them kill all of the Rushgars and we only saw one body.
But because remember when the goop governor Frey was Sabina, get him, and she was I'm not getting them.
Yeah.
I'll get Team 1. So maybe the first time it was she was sent after Team 1 and they couldn't defeat her because they got fucked up the second time too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which they deserved,
Or
and we should have let them, their asses got beat.
Yeah. I don't think this is it, but what if it was, okay, the bracelet's still there, right? No one's gotten it. Mm-hmm. And it seems like people know, or there's a common misconception that the inscription says you can't have 1 soul to enter. So people have been if I murder someone and then have no soul, I can go through. But then it's then why is the bracelet still there? Maybe everyone touches it and everyone gets transported. Or it's that you have to be a twin soul. You can't have no soul to go. If you have no soul, you can't go through. Because I guess Germ could have a soul, whatever. We don't understand that. But it's if you have no soul... we understand,
left Germ there.
It's our understanding of they're so soulless. There's no. We grab Germ. We grab Germ.
It
before we teleport.
No,
No, we left Germ shut off.
Germ's there in the cave. I mean, he's fine. Yeah, he was deactivated for a long time. He turned it back on.
Yeah.
Maybe if we need
We'll get back.
Maybe if we need the last ditch save.
Listen. We understand someone is being soulless if they kill in cold blood, but that's not actually how having a soul works.
Yeah.
If you kill, you don't forfeit your soul. I mean, maybe you do, but maybe you don't. Maybe that's a misconception. Maybe you do that and then boom, you still have a soul. And then the bracelet sends you, well, I guess the bracelet sent Estes somewhere. But what I'm saying is maybe the only way to get through is a twin soul. And Lord Arathis figured that out because they killed a rush guard. They went through, they didn't get the bracelet. They came back, they were like, we failed. Lord Arathis / Lord Booger / the Golden Order is like, fine, I know someone who has 2 souls. Lord Arathis knows your secret. He's like, we're sending team.
Lord Arathis didn't put you all on the mission. Levi did.
Levi put us on the mission?
Remember? It was
Oh, yeah,
the
they
other
said
girls. And then Levi handpicked y'all.
I thought Lord Arathis. Okay, fine. So Levi knows about the twin soul.
But the problem is
Levi knows my secret and picked us specifically so that
This
I
is a crazy theory.
would open the door.
Yes, and then we could all go through because you're the only one who could pass through. But then how did everyone else pass through?
How the hell would he know that?
It like dropped.
Yeah, it
When
dropped.
Esther passed through?
Yeah.
But here's the
No,
thing.
because you're a twin soul. And then that's the first time it's dropped. That's the first time anyone's been able to get through because the sacrifices didn't work. Again, I don't necessarily
still-
think this is right.
but
I
it-
just
but
wanna
it-
say it.
Who have I told? Who would know that?
Well, I'm sure your whole family has not kept their mouth shut through the
In that
centuries.
scene, did Lord Arathis not want us to go? Or like Lord Arathis switched it out and then Miss Grey. Do you remember there was that scene with Lord Arathis and Miss Grey and it got switched? That it was like, now it's Team 323 and not whoever it was supposed to be. And Miss Grey seemed afraid for us.
I think
right?
it was just Lord Arathis got an order from somebody, so he switched it, but not really like knowing the full truth of it. It was just like, yeah, sure, I'll do the order. And Miss Grey was just suspicious because she doesn't trust Lord Arathis. Like,
Yeah, Miss Grey was like, oh, Miss Grey had the vibe of like, oh, she knows we're walking into a trap
Yeah.
and she's worried about us.
But here's the thing about your theory is like the same thing happened to all of us when we touched the bracelet. So does the twin soul really matter if you can't get the
No,
bracelet?
I was just used to open the door.
But Esta was the one. Esta was the only one who got the thing down. Germ didn't get it down. Esta was the only one who went through. But has Sabina gone through before? She said she told us I'm the only one who can get through. But did she ever test that?
She could have just. Well, everybody's a liar.
Yeah.
That's one thing.
I think I got used.
Probably.
Because you're a twin soul.
Yeah.
But then the bracelet did the same thing to all of us. Why did the bracelet do that?
Because I think
Should we have done
we've-
detect magic?
So my theory is that we've been sent to the soul plane. Because we all saw visions when we got there.
Is that where Moray is?
No, she's in the
that's
astral.
where-
She's in the astral plane.
That's where Cherry is, though.
Yeah.
in the soul
it's where
plane. Is that where
Cherry
Joe
is.
is?
Joe's in the house.
Astral
It's
plane.
also probably where
No, Joe's in hell.
Joe's in hell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
also probably where Tara and Sissix are.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oh, well, you saw a blue dragon get shot out of the sky.
yeah, but then Beans saw a feline figure or heard a feline
I
figure.
heard like cat-like growls.
You heard cat-like growls. You saw 2 people running. These seem like dream-like soul plane bullshit. Like we're seeing
Yeah.
things that are the soul plane wants to show to us.
Soul plane.
So, and we also know that this bracelet was supposed to be something that connected the lovers in some way. So this like bracelet
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
probably
So
they
they can
used
cross
it to
planes.
transport to cross plane to meet each other.
Yeah.
So
then how do you
only
get the bracelet?
I don't think you get the bracelet.
The
I
ring
think,
must transport you here, and the bracelet transports you back. Wait, hold on.
Oh shit!
Hold on. If the bracelet transports you to where the ring is,
Maybe Connor's here.
yes, then we're near Connor, near the ring on the soul plane? Because did Connor go to the soul
But
plane?
nothing happens when we touched the ring. We touched the ring a bunch.
Because the ring
Yeah.
transports you to the plane we're on.
Yeah.
So
But I think everyone there's like a rumor spread that like this you could take this bracelet and use its power, but
actually you
you can't take the bracelet.
Yeah.
The second you touch it.
now it's, on
like
the floor.
the only
which is like,
person who
if
can
nobody can move the bracelet and now it's on the floor instead of on the statue's wrist, then that's like not as cool. That's
Sorry.
like we literally stole its swag.
Sorry.
But yeah,
Womp womp.
the only person who could like wear it, touch it, and use it properly would be the lovers.
I mean,
That's hot.
That's how I would form my lover's jewelry.
Yeah.
Personally.
too.
That's the theory I'm working with. It's the theory I'm jorking.
Should
with.
I
Who
think-
up jorking
I'm trying
their
to
theories?
think,
I was just about to say that's what we're jorking with. I'm so glad you said it first.
I'm trying to figure out what we could have done better, but it's like we could have done things
What
differently.
do you mean better?
But But could we? I don't know. It's like we could have
Clearly, he expected us to do it in a different order.
We could have killed Sabina and turned her into dust. We could have incapacitated. We could have counted on Sabina's promise to not hurt us and gone for Team 1 instead and incapacitated Team 1. Because Team 1 was bloody as fuck, and I'm at 20 hit points. I'm confident that we could have taken Team 1 out and knocked them on. Me and Beans could have taken Cade and Levi and made them unconscious.
No, if they didn't have Esta, they couldn't have gotten through. So we could have done the fountain and everything, and they wouldn't have gotten the bracelet. If none of them could get
They were all so
but then that would
hardcore
have been lame for the plot.
about us not going in there.
Yeah, that's true. They were they reverse psychologying
shit. Maybe it's because they got our number.
No, but Tess looked so Sabina was so oh man, you guys are gonna die, and Tess was so scared for us to go in.
Tess apologized to me.
Yeah,
because she knew you were about to get used.
Yeah,
but then the other
or
ones,
was she apologizing about what y'all are about to see?
Yeah, she was
because that's their kind of that was the big wall that was between you and them,
and that was the confirmation that they killed them.
I will say, well, y'all really started talking about going to the fountain, and I'll start. Let me start revealing a little bit.
Yeah. Hey, could you?
If y'all went to the fountain, y'all would have come back to the room being, and I'll try to speak in this of ways that's not spoilery for how things work. Y'all would have come back to Team 1. Couple of people died. We would have seen who had died from the
I was so scared you were
ambush.
about to say Tess had died in that one moment.
I mean,
before they time trapped.
So either
them.
Sabina, or either they would have gone at Sabina, or Sabina would have gone at them, or they would have found.
Because it would have been Governor Frey and Sabina versus Team 1, and Sabina and Team 1 were pretty evenly matched. If Governor Frey was in there just picking them off, Team 1 would have had people die.
Okay, that makes me feel better about what we chose.
So that, yeah, and I mean, y'all would have gone to the fountain and some shit would have happened.
We
and
all got in the same way, you know. We're all in the same spot. I think it's more interesting that we got all of them here.
Yeah.
No, it is. Yeah.
I also didn't expect. Here's the other thing I did not expect or plan for was everyone touching the bracelet. Oh, I thought that it would either be one group or y'all and then one other group touches it, or no group touches it, or y'all have it out with Team 1. And that's the thing is here's a little secret is that Levi only had 2 more time runes left. So if it was 3 of y'all, he would never have done it because he was I'm going to leave one of them
Holy shit.
unfrozen. If I get both of them that I try to get, then I just have one of them, then I'm found, then it's bad. All these realizations, they will never trust us.
The fact that they were so low, but they're still so low. Well, can you tell us, was it long enough? Because we asked Sabina how long it had been. It's not long enough for them to have a short rest, right?
No.
So at this point, if we can find them,
they got Tess up, booked it, and then Sabina got up.
But they're still weak as fuck.
Yeah, they're still very weak. Everyone is very, very weak.
No, but I'm stronger than them. I know I could take them right now, and I know Beans could, right?
Oh yeah,
we could take them.
Well,
and Esta has Gift of the Dragon.
I'm on it.
Yeah.
No, we could get their ass. I don't know. This is that juicy behind the screen material that Study Break promises.
Yeah.
You know, that was good. This is good stuff.
I think but here's the thing. We're in this new plane. I think we're beyond fighting in this plane. I think I don't know.
We could at least intimidate them.
I think we're Alice in Wonderland tripping balls, seeing visions.
Yeah, I think we're about to go on a dark night of the soul journey,
oh yeah,
but individually.
I just saw my dead aunt, you know.
I love that because I love to see a vision whenever I'm rolling death saves, and Esta got me up really quick, which thank you. But I also I want to have a vision, you know.
There was something that
I'm just hankering for it since I went down to 0 hit points.
There was something in this that I didn't use that you reminded me of whenever we were warming up, and you said something. It was something I was going to add in the middle of the fight of y'all seeing visions in that nightmare room, and then I was no, and then I'll throw them in whenever y'all touch the bracelet. And it was y'all were going to see nightmares and stuff. And it was going to be, and this was I thought I was cooking with gas.
Okay, Jared, listen, there's still time. There's still time.
You can save it for something else.
Do it on our journeys right before we land.
If we're in the soul plane and you're Alice in Wonderlanding us.
Or then does it not work for
you can torture us with visions.
Yeah, or say it right now.
You can torture us with
visions. Right now and we'll retcon it that our characters saw the visions. Then only the Study Break listeners will know what we really saw.
No.
Here's the thing. I could come up with more stuff. There's always more
forget.
stuff.
You're gonna forget. Say it right now.
But why?
I'll say it right
if
now.
you are,
Say it right now, and then if we really want to say it, then we'll put it in canon.
you're making more work for yourself. Why not
do you mean?
save what you did?
What do you mean? No, these are like, I literally came up with this like earlier, and then I came up, and then it wasn't even going to be in the episode in the first place, and then I was reminded of it.
Say it.
And they're also small things, but also like you can use them again. Basically, I'm gonna say. Anyway, it was Esta was gonna like see her family coming at her with daggers, and then like getting scared of her whenever they got close, and then
You should have saved that one.
Beans, you were gonna have your
Jared.
family jumping out. And then you were going to see like Esta and
All of them?
Yeah. And then you were going to see Esta and Sawyer turn to attack you.
Oh.
And
good.
then Sawyer, you were going to hear screams coming from your speaking stone. And then the little body underneath the arch was going to have the pink sweatshirt on it.
Oh my God.
So you should have saved that.
I can always cook with different stuff.
The emotional damage.
If you had dropped that in the middle of a session,
There
Oh, well,
would have been
it was
tears.
already, it was already
We
like
would have been
intense.
Screaming.
It was already intense.
Was
And
that
we also
gonna
got
be
more stuff
right
planned.
when we walked into the room. That was an effect.
It was either that or like in the middle of the fight.
Jared.
And then I just
Jared,
couldn't find a place for it.
Jared, there's still time. Jared, there's
Lily would have gone catatonic if she heard that in the moment.
But here's the thing: it would have been great for like that. We can still add these visions back in and like react to them like later. But also like we already just the sight of us seeing Governor Frey, like Olivia and I were both playing very like reckless, like Quest for
Yeah.
Revenge. I don't.
Which
think-
is why I was
There's
kind of
not
like,
a lot of bosses that we would like fight at like 3 hit points.
Yeah,
each,
yeah,
you know?
exactly. That's why I put it there.
said, I'm prepared to
as far
die.
as like the emotional motivation of what seeing that would have done, we wouldn't have made different choices.
Yeah.
like mechanic, like we wouldn't
That's
have done
true.
different things with our turns because we already were like, we're gonna kill this guy, even though it's a stupid decision.
And I think I had already accomplished what I wanted to do of creating this, like, well, y'all had accomplished it of like being so scared of what was going on in the room.
We
and
were
like
so
the role
scared.
playing, and like I was like, I don't need to add any more. And so like I'm not worried about like
Yeah, you
giving
might
y'all
have scared us
giving y'all
off.
terrible visions. Like
I mean, you can always plague us with visions later, or
Again,
that can forever be
love-
something that the study break audience got to go, holy shit.
Well, really, remember when we first played this, like not recording, like when we decided to make Gals and Goblins?
I remember.
It was the session where you plagued us with visions.
Yes.
You made
That shit
all of
was
us
crazy.
cry. It was
and
so
that's after that is
Oh,
when
it
we
was
yeah.
like torturous
We
and
need to start a
beautiful.
podcast.
And we finished the session. We all went, "Holy shit, we should do a podcast."
We said, okay,
So,
that's
yeah.
it.
Like, really, we do love when you torture us. With
no, and that's why. And I mean, hey, we're about to.
I feel
we're
like
not-
we haven't cried like for a good reason in a while. I'm not gonna say we haven't cried.
Yeah, no, but I mean, here's the thing.
I cry about
It's
it.
going down. It's
Look
going
about
down.
these two.
And like I love a vision too. Hey, I love a vision.
I just hope I get
But
the briars off.
I just don't. I just didn't really see a part where that's like y'all are plagued by like the nightmare horrors that would be in there. So like I just
That's the
I'll
difference
say that'll be my F. That it's an early F already. That like I didn't
But you
find
didn't
a way
plague
to put
us
this
with
in.
vision.
Okay.
But here's another thing is that it wasn't always going to be Governor Frey. as
What?
the boss.
Oh.
There was.
I'll be honest, when he popped up, I was like, what the fuck?
The initial plan was it to be the Red Bride or like a shadow
That's
of the
what I
Red
thought
Bride.
it was gonna be.
Because I remember there was like, what
But
did I
she was
see?
there, wasn't she?
It was like
No.
you saw like a red cloak, and it was Governor Frey wearing the red cloak.
Yeah, it was kind of
Oh.
a. It was kind
Wait,
of a
so
red
why was it him
herring.
and not her?
Because it was him,
I think it was maybe just a vision.
and
of,
it's like he is like that was kind of the reveal of. Remember, y'all saw Goop falling from the tower.
yeah.
He is in league, and y'all will learn more next episode
Mm-hmm.
about Governor Frey's stuff.
Cool.
I'm
Y'all
being
learn
so
a-
serious when it's like animated Vox Machina style series when. Like
Someone give us $100 million
A
to
billion
turn this
million.
into.
please.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll have to start with getting more listeners. Let's start there.
Send this to a friend.
Send this to a friend.
Send this
But
episode to a friend.
Send this
So-
to your producer friend.
it was.
Send this to all your richest friends.
I think the plan was. I think I was like watching. Maybe like Zelda, I was like thinking of Zelda or something like that. And there's a lot of like Shadow Ganon stuff of like before you fight Ganon, you fight Shadow Ganon. And like you kill him and you're like, oh yeah. And then it's like, no, that's just Shadow Ganon. And that was the plan of being like, oh, like here's Red Bride, here she is. And then I was like, like, I don't know. And I was like, who would be a better like final boss that like would be emotionally charged? And I was like, also, who is like an agent of hell?
Yeah. It all
can be
works.
brought back. And it was like Governor Frey. And also like who can be someone that Sabina doesn't have to listen to and adds like another layer of,
I thought that was great of him being like, do this. And she's like, I'll do
Fuck
kind
you.
of that.
yeah.
You're not my boss.
Yeah, she was like,
You're not the owner of my
literally
soul.
Like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah, you're not that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Thought you were that guy, but you
But-
were never
We
that
have
guy.
we have the same title.
Yeah.
And it's like they both have the same goal, which is like retrieve the bracelet for
But what was
Astaroth.
Sabina can't retrieve the bracelet because we touched her
Also-
to it and it transported her.
well, yeah, this isn't about hey, I'll just say right now, it sounds like they might have miscalculated what the bracelet does.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But their goal, they thought that it was like we get the wall down and then we have the bracelet.
Yeah, it seems
There
like
have
the
been-
bracelet wasn't unknown.
Everyone's plan now has gone to shit.
I love that they used you to get through the thing. And I love that people misinterpret. That's so dark, though, the idea of people sacrificing. Like, how many people have gone to the soul plane? Wouldn't you have heard about it if they were?
Well,
were
didn't
all
you see the
those
pile of
bodies
bones
there?
Yeah,
There's so many bones in different stages of
those were
decay.
the
People are always
those
coming
were the
here.
sacrifices.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then they were wrong. If my theory is correct, they were wrong that deletes your soul. So then they touched the thing and then got transported to the soul plane. So wouldn't that mean like thousands or hundreds of people have disappeared from touching the bracelet and gotten transported to the soul plane?
If they made it through,
I mean, I guess there's ways to get back. But yeah, like that being a
I think
misconception then like Esta actually being able to do it because she actually does not have one soul.
What I think they probably did is they probably made their sacrifice and they're like, sweet, and they touched the wall and it seems like the wall drops you to 0.
Oh, and they just died there next to their sacrifice.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's crazy. But
Right,
it dropped
'cause
you to 0, but then if nobody brings you up, you die.
When you fail all your death saves.
Unless-
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably what Sabina did. Is
Unless
she
you
just
get back
she
up.
just
Well,
she
and-
nat 20'd on a death save.
Well, and maybe some of them like
Brought
did
us
get
back.
back up and they're like, well, that didn't work.
They were like,
Let's
oh,
go.
never mind.
You know what I mean? It's like they would have just been like, okay.
And then people just continued to misinterpret the thing.
Yeah.
That's
because
what's
if
so
you can
fucked
never
up.
touch it, you're like, wow, there must be some way in. But like, why would you go around and be like, no, don't sacrifice people. It's wrong. Because you already did it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Nobody's
morally-
walking out of there telling everybody, I killed my friend in
killed
cold
my
blood and
friend
it
and
didn't
they-
work.
Yeah.
Like nobody's going to go around saying that because they're going to be haunted by it for the rest of their life. Or they do the sacrifice, they try to get through, and then the goop monster kills them.
Yeah.
This is so hard because it's like, what do we do with Team 1? What do we do with Sabina? Like, we have to take them out of commission, but it's like, we can't. To me, it's like, I can't kill anyone. I mean, Sabina is literally a revenant, but it's like Team 1 is like, we can't kill Team 1. Like, they're
You and I
kids-
feel very differently.
they're
I
kids who are
guess.
trying to like figure out what to do, and they were right. Like, they don't want to be pawns.
There's they're very similar to us in the fact that they think they're doing the right thing.
I know.
That,
It's
like,
like,
yeah,
we
hey,
all think we're doing
but
the
we're
best
right
thing.
and they're wrong.
Hey, if I had time runes, I would have thrown them at their asses too.
Exactly.
No. So it's like we have to figure out like how do we take them out of commission, or like how do we just get them on our side?
I think we maybe need to put the fear of hell and heaven inside them so they don't fuck with us again.
Also, it's like they were really hoping that y'all would just go to the fountain. And now it's like that y'all know their little
But if we
secret.
had gone to the fountain, they never would have gone through.
But they don't know that.
But Levi scouted Esta and figured it out. Maybe.
Who knows? I feel like we're assuming that.
I know,
Yeah.
but still, it's like, what was their plan? If we had gone to the fountain, we would have.
Maybe it was a loose theory though. Like maybe he thought
they
that
would have got their
Esther.
ass beat by Sabina. Like, what's the other option? We walk in and see Governor Frey alive, or
Well,
like,
but Sabino, they didn't know was going to be there.
Well, they didn't know Governor Frey was going to be there. Well,
Yeah.
and they,
best case scenario, they
He
walk
had
in.
2 time rooms, and we probably would have come back anyways. Levi was probably banking on freezing you 2 and then maybe grappling me through the door or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Like,
Imagine,
he was just
like,
going
we
to come
come
up with
back.
some other desperate plan.
Sabina and Frey fights Team 1. Team 1 loses. Like, Sabina is like, they're doing what? We can take her, and Governor Frey disappears because nothing's going on anymore.
Hey,
Is that best case scenario?
Why don't we just ask him what their plan was next time we see him?
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying we're not going to figure. There's too many variables. He could have picked Esta for the whole dragon part and been like, no, there's some dragon shit going on here. Maybe it'll work. You know what I mean? It's like, or it was just like a very like loose cannon theory that he was like,
I think he knew. He's an elf.
No, because he was gonna time. Yeah, because remember he reached into his pocket right before we walked in, so he was gonna time
He was
stop
thinking
her.
about time stopping us, but then he figured,
Tess stopped him.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's because Tess is in love with Esta and Esta's sister.
Wait. Don't say it like that.
Everybody falls hard for a Rudan. You know?
Yeah.
That's because Tess likes the whole Ruidon thing.
That makes sense.
Ruidon will Ruidon your life.
What'd y'all think of
Hey.
Adula? Adula at the beginning of this.
Loved
Oh,
her.
I love that bitch.
Best friend.
I love
she liked our musical.
Yeah.
Like,
I like that
Yes,
she
she
likes
loves
beans.
Grease.
my F is that I didn't get in there. I wanted to ask her, like, hey, do you know Theatrix? But I didn't get a chance.
I
Yeah.
think we'll see her again.
I think
Maybe.
I feel like she's the first like big powerful thing that's met Beans that hasn't like hated him. Like I think she was kind of
Like
like
growled at
Him
him.
and her and Sally.
Yeah.
they like you.
I think she
Sally
was
loves
like
you.
I get it. And it's the first time that he's gotten that
She was
reaction.
so chill for being like, what was she? She was possessed for thousands of years,
Yeah.
and then infected.
But to a
Yeah.
dragon,
He uninfected her, and she was like, "What's up, y'all?"
but to a
I
dragon,
was gonna
that
be
was probably
like,
not that much time.
I carry the soul of like of the brother or whatever, and then I was like, I'm imprisoning him too. She's gonna kill
That is
my
very,
ass.
very
That was
true.
So I didn't
Because
bring
my
it up.
F-
Yeah.
My F for myself is that whenever like she like craned her neck down to us, is that we didn't look at each other and say, "Hit it, Esta," because it's a dragon.
Yeah.
I think that was a huge missed
we
opportunity.
fucked up.
That's
Very,
To
that
say
is
hate it, Esta.
very good second thought.
We
there,
beefed
Campbell.
it.
Yeah.
Of like, oh wait, I'm in prison. It's like, oh wait, my
Yeah.
ancestors like wrongfully imprisoned
Yeah.
Inside
these
my
dragons
body
that are like
slash
Oh,
soul.
these
wait.
free beasts.
Yeah, maybe what we did to the dragons many ages ago was not what we should have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think A+ that you realize that, but to me F- or flunk or whatever for not saying hate it, Esta.
That's fine.
Really whiffed it.
Yeah.
That's fine. But yeah, she really sniffed Beans and said, "This guy rocks. This little guy flux."
Yeah. Fire and ice.
Yeah, I like this little guy.
She said, the one thing about you is you're not hiding your true intentions like some other people.
She liked that you laid it on thick. She said you laid. She
said you're laying it on
You're laying
a
on a little thick, but she liked it. she
Yeah,
liked
yeah,
it.
she
Miss Beautiful Ancient Dragon, Beautiful White Dragon Miss.
She was like, "Oh."
And then you guys kind of got like the story of her in the inside the mountain.
Yeah, I want to ask her
Yeah.
if she'll let people move back in now.
Well, I mean, though
Well-
she only had a problem with the fucking thing that was possessing her. So
I know, so it's like, can they move back into the city now?
If people will trust
that could
her.
be nice.
I think she should come out of the mountain and she should serve as the
Yeah.
protector of this city, and she should eat goop on site.
Nom, 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 nom.
Yeah, we still need to save. Can we save those people who got gooped?
I feel like we also should maybe collect some of these ghost dahlias if we
yeah,
if
you
we
gotta get
venture
back
back.
in there.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Tons.
sure we'll come back, right? We have to come back.
I don't know. Part of my theory is like we're never coming back here, are we?
No, we're coming back and we're going to get, because we have to get the ghost flowers and just narratively.
And
If
the fountain.
anything,
we have
we
to
can-
go to the fountain and
we
we
can-
have to get the ghost
We
flowers.
can
mountain
like
fountain.
send word
Mountain fountain.
that like the cure for the thing that's fucking up your town is
It's
up
right up
here.
there.
Yeah.
Tell Adula we sent you.
Yeah.
Don't
dragon's
touch
not
the bracelet.
infected.
Be so respectful to that dragon.
Yeah.
You're going to have to be really brave to like believe us. Like, hey, the dragon's normal now. They're
Yeah.
like,
Just some
"Oh,
fucking
okay."
kids.
It
Like a
is interesting to
15-year-old.
know. I assumed that the war of the the war of the dragons or whatever was just between Syssix and Theodrix. Like, I don't think I realized that it kind of affected all of the dragons.
Everything.
Yeah.
Well, and
So
also
that
like
was interesting.
it would have affected like it affected like every living being on all the planes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would, you know?
Yeah.
Like, that's realistic.
You saying mountain fountain really fucked me up that I didn't think of
Mountain
that.
Fountain.
fountain.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I misspoke and I said mountain when I meant to say fountain, and then I turned it into mountain fountain.
Yeah, and that's my big F that I didn't see that sooner.
My A+ was the song Grease Lightning.
That was
Oh yeah.
another episode where it's like beginning is like really silly and like y'all seeing grease lightning to a dragon, and then it's like horrors. There's a dead decaying
Beyond
body.
your imagination.
One of your fellow students is decaying below an
Playing
arch.
Five Visions. Whenever we were doing bits and riffs about shit and piss on the interloper in the Outer Wilds episode 2, Colt got so mad about that.
Oh yeah, because they were dead.
We were literally on the interloper like doing what you do. I don't
Y'all
wanna
were in
spoil
front of
it.
the dead. Yeah, y'all were in front of some dead things.
Yeah, we were like in the mid. He was like, "That's the big reveal." And he was like, "And you guys were doing bits about shit and piss." He was so mad.
Well, the thing is, and that's the thing about the outer. Join the Patreon for this. Is the Outer
Patreon.
Wilds
Go
is
watch that arc.
it depends on part of where you are in the story. Like y'all
'cause we
found
went
that
so
early on.
I know.
And so you're kind of like, oh, that's fucked up. But the thing that hit y'all was whenever y'all like later, whenever it's like, oh, whenever they discover that the comet is coming.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
I kind of
oh.
love it. I love that reverse. Like, it's like now Colt and I are like playing through like the video game.
Yeah.
which is so fun to like. It's the deep tragedy of it, of like knowing what happened. So it's like cool that in the original like version where we were learning the story for the first time, we did it out of order because then we had that like inevitable historical tragedy to like, I don't know, like build up to,
Yeah.
or like
Spoilers
to know about.
for the Patreon stuff.
Should we? I could.
I
think it's fine.
I think it's fine. We haven't really said anything.
I don't know. I'm not a spoiler person.
I tried.
Yeah.
I tried
I'm a
to
big
not say
spoiler
too
person,
much.
but
Hopefully what we said interests you enough to
Yeah,
get you
yeah,
into the page.
intrigued you.
but yeah, and then y'all get up there, and then y'all start kind of arguing, and y'all are like, "Listen, we can just go to the fountain." And I was like, "Y'all can."
No, we were never going to do that. And then it's like, we were never going to not touch the thing with Esta. And we were never going to, we were always going to do what we did. We were always going to do it.
Sure.
Well, y'all were like, "Let's go to the fountain," and I was like, "That's like a whole thing. Like that's gonna be like a
That's what-
thing."
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we are coming back.
But here's the
fountain's
thing.
going to be like whatever happens to the fountain is going to be crazy.
But here's the thing. They could have maybe not even gotten in the room with the bracelet, so they would have just probably fucked each other up, and then we could have come back and been like,
That's what I was saying
okay.
earlier. Like,
What happened here?
If Team 1 wins that fight, or if Team 1 loses, if Team 1 loses that fight, no, they die. That would be bad. But if Team 1 wins that fight, then they can't get through the wall. We walk in and they're all unconscious, standing, because they tried to get through the thing? Or what? What?
I don't know. It's a hypothetical that didn't happen.
Can't say. You'll have to ask them.
And then we could just step over their unconscious bodies. Hey guys, see you later. And then Esta could go through. And then we all would have touched the bracelet and then got
And I
transferred.
probably would have left their asses there.
What'd y'all think of the little translation puzzle?
Loved
Loved
it.
it.
Love that. I love translations and I love puzzles.
I love that it combined both of the languages that Beans and Esta knew so that we could figure it out together.
Did you expect me to figure it out that fast?
Yeah, I was nervous that I would figure out at the very beginning. I was so happy that like you weren't trying to translate it and you
It happened?
You fucked
Yeah.
up
At the
that
perfect right
it
moment.
honestly did. That puzzle is insanely easy.
Yeah.
Like, and also because you rolled well on like the most words, and we already knew that like, oh, like one of our keywords in this whole like series is like soul.
Yeah.
I love a translation issue. I love an ancient translation like being misinterpreted over time.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just a trope that I love. So like the idea, even if this isn't correct, the idea of them misinterpreting the meaning of one soul or single soul, or like just misinterpreting stuff like that, like prophecies like that.
Yeah.
And like I love when a prophecy is misinterpreted and then the wording actually means something else.
Yeah.
So tasty.
It's kind of,
I
it's
eat
kind
it
of,
up every time.
me too. It's kind of like in Macbeth when they're like, none of woman born
Yes, yes,
shall
yeah.
harm
I
you.
love
And
that.
you're like,
it's giving I am no man.
Yeah.
Like Eowyn, like it's giving like
I love
Percy
that.
Jackson, like you shall fail to save what matters most in the end.
yeah.
Like oh my god.
But that's why,
it's
like-
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
But that's why like anybody puts like a phrase in front of me, I go, okay, what else could it mean?
yeah, I go that probably doesn't mean what it says it means.
I go,
That
that
just-
I
probably
love an
means
ancient language, like the fact that it was like ancient and then it was extra ancient. Come on.
And also, I mean, that just also comes down to like another big thing that we're maybe dipping our toes into is just like interpreting prophecies.
Oh,
interpreting,
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
We've got some cryptic prophecies floating
we
around.
do.
do have some
We do.
prophecies.
I will say, the dragon is the silver star is like kind
Yeah.
of like he's a Ruidon. He's the silver star, and he got shot out of the sky.
No, but the blue dragon got shot out of the sky.
Yeah, the blue dragon. I mean, if he's Theodrix, then
But Ruidon is the silver star.
but he's I don't know. He's like
Might
the
not
Ruidon
actually be
guy. You know what I don't know.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying.
I'm saying
That's just
a
the
star
theory.
kind of fell from the sky,
Yeah.
maybe a little bit.
Also, what was that like beam
true,
of
it's
light
true.
that it?
Well, yeah.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Somebody cast Moonbeam on him.
Got beamed up.
Oh, who could cast Moonbeam? Fucking Lunastera, probably. So if she's here,
Is Moonbeam real?
Moonbeam's real.
Moonbeam real.
Moonbeam's real, and
You make that up?
I'm guessing
Sometimes Lily just says names of things, and you gotta check. You
Well,
gotta check if she's
And
actually.
also,
you
something
guys are
that,
haters, and what I just said was smart and valid.
something that we
I
didn't see is
agree
like
with
the
you.
blue dragon, and then Melina was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What about that?
Melina was the one.
Well, she
That's
was
why
like,
I
I
think
don't
it's-
remember how I died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
yeah.
yeah.
She's also like very against using Theodrix.
Yeah, and then you did. Oh.
So I loved when you did that. So worth it.
Yeah, that was the right
unlocking
thing to
a
do.
pin. Yeah.
When you
And
said,
then
"Great,
when your
I'm
hands had
unlocking that,"
talons. So Melina, she was there, and then what did she do?
She was just there.
just there.
She was like
She's on the soul
amidst.
plane.
She was amidst like the debris and
But she's
stuff.
got to be
Yeah, was-
living. When Esta's communicating with her, she's got to be on the soul plane anyway, right?
Was both the dragon and Melina there, or
And
was
I
it
might
like
have-
in
I
the
might have-
place of his body?
in the
Melina
place
was
of the
there?
dragon.
Okay.
Melina.
So the dragon.
That's what I assumed.
crashed
gets
down,
shot, moonbeam, crashed down, and then
and then
boom,
dust
Melina.
settles, and then metal.
Melina's there. Okay, instead of a big dragon body.
That's cool. That's a
Yeah.
sick ass vision.
love that.
Yeah.
You cooked with the visions today. The ones that were in the episode and the ones that were just for us in the study break. Those were all delicious.
Yeah. So, do you think we're about to see visions of the past, the present, or the future, or a little bit of everything?
I think a little bit of everything.
Yeah, it's the soul plane, so anything can happen, right?
Yeah. Well, with the ghost alias, we always saw the past, right? We always saw like the.
Yeah, we saw echoes of the. Why didn't we grab some?
Well, there's no goop here.
That was
so-
gonna be. I was gonna like grab the bracelet. And
Why
then-
didn't we grab? And I genuinely meant to, and I just forgot. But it's like, why didn't we grab the ghost dahlias? And then we could see the projections that they provide.
Yeah. Well, that's that's interesting. That might have shown you what happened.
Oh,
I
that's
know.
a bummer when we're stupid.
And I swear I meant to. I just forgot. I swear whenever we
Might
ran
have
through.
revealed a lot of things.
I was gonna grab one. I swear I was. And then I.
I'm about to throw a fit.
There was too much happening.
I hate it when we're stupid. I hate it when we're stupid in
We're not
front of the
stupid.
masses.
We were concerned about Esther, and we followed after her.
I wanted to take a second and not immediately follow after her. Not saying
And
leave
you should have
her.
said we should grab a flower.
Well, I wasn't thinking of the flower. I wanted time to think.
I meant to
and,
grab a flower.
and everybody
then
was
I
yelling at me.
did. Whatever.
Yeah.
And by everybody, I mean Lily.
Lily
was not-
I would never do
Lily.
that.
Lily wasn't taking a breath, so I felt like I just had to go.
Lily.
No.
Lily hadn't breathed in an hour and a half.
Yeah, so I feel like
hadn't.
I wanted her to breathe.
And then right whenever we touched the bracelet, I swear to God, whenever we touched the bracelet and got zapped, I was about to be like, oh, like retcon, like I meant to grab some flowers and just say, and then I didn't even say that.
Yeah, but if you had said that, you still wouldn't have seen the visions. You would have just grabbed the flowers and gone.
But we
Yeah.
could see the visions and the soul plane.
Nope, because they show it.
Also, y'all are going to be seeing.
But they only show. It's like
They show the past. I think they're.
How do you know? How do you know that you're? How do you know that this?
I don't know
isn't
anything.
Some
Jot that
just
down.
like crazy ghost alley vision. You know, just because there's so.
Oh,
many.
like the dragon.
We inhaled the
Ghost.
pollen.
Well, because we all disappeared at different times. So
It's true.
Get in the comments if you were yelling at your TV screen or whatever you
TV.
were on.
yeah.
You're watching the
You're
still
watching
image.
TV. Get in the comments and say
Sitting
whether
down.
or not you were
Sometimes
screaming
I
at
put Spotify on the
pick the
TV.
flowers, pick the flowers. If you were saying that, if you're binging right now, I bet you were saying that because it's fresh on your mind.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
that's like a year ago for us.
So my flunk is that we didn't do that,
eh.
but I can't even say it was a year ago because I really was about to do it and then I didn't do it.
Whatever.
Honestly, I am such a like scared of the door, scared of touching the item person. My A+ is kind of that I just went through the door and touched the thing.
proud.
I
I'm
so
agree.
glad
I'm
you
very
did.
proud of you.
Isn't it
could've-
kind of freeing?
I could have sat there for 15 minutes and been like, no, but what's gonna happen? I'm so scared. I just did it.
But it made way better
I said,
TV.
let me in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
The TV was way
I
better.
FaceTimed Theodrix first for a little emotional support, but then I did it.
Yeah.
Isn't it so freeing when you learn like, oh, I did the thing and like, not like I didn't immediately die.
Yeah.
I could keep doing the thing.
Yeah.
I ran into
Put
it
a little
and
trust
I
in your
died.
DMs, everybody.
Have you ever seen somebody run into a glass door? That's how
Yeah.
this works.
Yeah.
I one time ran into a sliding door so hard that I
You go
knocked
head
it off
first,
its
too?
tracks.
You go head first too. Dunk.
I've done that as a child. That's
Yeah.
why I am the way I am.
That makes sense. It explains a lot.
That's why you go bello.
Bella.
No, I love that you touched. I love
Banana.
that you touched it right away.
People were talking in the Discord because Olivia in that episode. Olivia in that episode is like, we're stopping the
drown him
podcast.
out.
We were like, this is
Beto,
terrible.
Beto.
And then Olivia goes like, oh, like everyone in the Discord tell Jared to to stop making minion sounds, I'll tell y'all right now, y'all have been bamboozled. Olivia is the one who
Don't
is
listen to the lies.
who's
He's trying to
always
break-
supporting the minion noises.
Stop.
She's the minion queen here.
He's trying to drive a wedge between me and you guys.
No, I'm not. I'm telling you the truth. Listen to the truth.
No. Jared got us arrested at Ren Fair too.
Tune into our vlog on YouTube.
Go ahead and subscribe and punch that like button for
And
us.
don't forget to hit that bell.
It is true that Jared gets home from work and it's a 50-50 shot whether I'm going to be like, "Hi, how was work?" or I'm going to go, "Bella."
Hello.
No way.
I do it too. Hello. Bye-bye.
Isn't that
bye-bye.
what everybody wants to come home to?
Isn't that the American dream? After a hard
Hello.
8 hours of work, you walk in, set your briefcase down, and there's Olivia Rose McCain in a fit and flare dress, glass of whiskey, and she says, "Bella."
And she goes, "Beto, Beto."
Wow. White picket fence.
Stopper.
That's her favorite one. Stop it.
Stop it. Hey,
What?
there's a lot of men who would kill for that.
That's what I just said. There's a lot of women who would kill for that too. Get in the comments.
A lot of people that would kill for
I have a gun.
What was anything else that
My
happened in this
A
episode?
plus is Governor Frey popped up and I said there's only one answer.
Yeah, violence.
Kill him.
I almost just gave Beans the help action, and then I was like, no, I have 2 attacks.
You were like, "What can I do to give Beans the help action?" I was
I
like,
know.
"That's
I
crazy."
almost just did it, but I was like,
I've never felt more sure about something in my life. Alternate A plus when I made the somebody ripped a fat one joke when we opened
Great.
the door.
yeah, that was crazy.
The smell of
And then it ended up being
her
That was kind
rotting
of the
body.
same energy of like the when we were doing bits and riffs about shit and piss.
Bits and riff about shit.
and then it was like the
That's
dead
title-
body of our
that's
classmate.
The title of the episode.
Yes.
What's my F?
Whoa, what the fuck was that noise?
That's my F. That was my F.
Oh my god, it was a wet ass gulp.
My F is that no one said he's right behind me, isn't he?
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know when we would have said that. It just felt like the episode. It
Yeah.
felt like
Yeah,
the
when
type
the
of
hell were
episode
we supposed to say that? We were always facing everything head on.
Just Governor Frey appears and then Beans is like faced the wrong way.
My
And he's right behind me.
my F is
No, my A plus is when Bean said, "Give me my brother back."
oh
That was good, and we moved on
man.
too quickly.
yeah. Hey,
But that's just how it is in the heat of battle.
that's how it is. But my F is listening to Sawyer when Sawyer said, "No, we can't kill anybody. Team 1 and Sabina, we all have to." I should have rocked everybody's asses out there on the combat. I should have knocked everybody out.
Well, I got a 23 on persuasion. Really what I built my character for, and I never use it.
Here's the thing. I hadn't planned like everyone staying alive. So you telling them to like not turn her to dust gave a way for her to get y'all out of the time.
It's true.
I am thankful for
Didn't
that.
it pay off?
But I'm saying more of like,
How the hell else would we have
We should have-
literally done that?
no, but I would have knocked her
How did we
unconscious.
knock a demon
but I would
or
have
a revenant unconscious?
I would have knocked the rest of the fuckers unconscious. That before we opened the door, I was like,
we did. As soon as we knocked Sabina unconscious, they knocked us unconscious. We didn't have time.
yeah, but we could have reversed the order and we could have taken them.
I agree that we did it in the wrong order.
But from the minute before that door opened, I said, I just want to get rid of these four. I said, I'm sick of their lies. I'm sick of listening to them. Let's tie them up in the corner.
I feel the opposite way. I love them and I want them to continue on into the narrative with us. If any of them had died this episode, I would have been
no, not died. I meant like I want to like tie them up in the corner and like we'll come back to you in a minute.
I love keeping them with us. Like, I'm glad they're all with us on the soul plane just because I love seeing what they do. I love seeing how they react to situations. I love seeing like what they'll share with us and what we can persuade them to do and what they won't. Even though like in game, it's so frustrating.
I feel like they're kind of also like not our territory, but like we've had some experiences now that like we're not getting our shit rocked when we're on the soul plane
Yeah.
right now. But this is like potentially their first time experiencing any of the planar shit.
Unless they touch the, well, yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, just in terms of soul plane, I think we can assume we have a leg up on them.
Yeah.
Unless they've been here before and we don't know about it.
We've at least like seen most of the different planes, at least in our dreams. We don't know if we actually went there, but it's like we've seen a version of them. And like connected with people on the different planes.
That room was so nightmarish.
The one with all the bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. The decaying body of a gnome that we knew.
Yeah, we didn't even have time. I was like, oh my God, we got to get her so we can give her a proper burial. And then
I was trying to get her, but then Governor
teleported.
Frey showed up. And
that was crazy.
And I said, let me at him. I
Just like thinking about it, that was crazy.
I rolled my
He bubbled out of the,
shirts.
the blood.
I
on the
cannot
floor.
wait to kill him. I'm so excited.
Something that we haven't really
I like
talked
that we got him a little scared.
I want to pop him.
He was a
He
little.
kind of got his shit wrong.
We got him a little off kilter.
I want
to
to pop him apart like a Lego, like
He
they do in
looked surprised.
Twilight.
Wasn't he surprised that we were there?
Oh, no, he was surprised that Sabina didn't help him because he thought he was gonna have like a strong martial thing,
Sucker.
like fending y'all off.
He was like, oh,
And
me my
then-
spells.
Well, we played the social game too well.
Yeah.
It's true.
Something
Well,
that
not
we
beans.
two things that we haven't really talked about, and then we can wrap this up. Are Beans? What do you think the feline growling is?
Yeah.
I think my theory is that we're about to see a bunch of past events on this plane because the ghost dahlias and the soul, that at least in my mind, that feels like where we're going. So I don't know. I feel like maybe we'll see like the origin of my parents, or like maybe like some of the older siblings. Maybe we'll see like what their rebellion looked like. Like maybe they tried a similar path that I did to rebel and it didn't work. Because you said it was cat-like, right?
Yeah, it's cat-like.
Or it's going to be Cherry found Tara and they're
fighting.
but that would be like present.
Or it's going to be, again, another theory that like, oh, this is a possibility, but I don't actually think that this is what it is. But if Governor Frey has control not only of Porkchop's body, but also his soul is trapped in some sort of limbo, his soul could be like present here.
But
Again, I think that's like one of the least likely options. I just think that that's like cool.
that's true. I mean, we did see Porkchop trekking through the snow.
Oh,
Was he
yeah.
trekking towards the city or away?
Away.
The
Right?
objective was he was trying to find the city, and then you were gonna help him, and then you didn't succeed, so he started leaving the city.
And we've
Okay.
also seen him break through the like brainwashing or like the control, the physical control or whatever it is. Like we've seen Porkchop break through that and resist it,
Yeah.
but it's like his soul still could be in some weird sort of state.
Yeah.
Which like
but
wouldn't be the craziest thing.
I do think that he was marching away from the city, and where I saw him was potentially not the soul plane. So I think it might be somebody else. And we did see Cherry on the soul plane. So I think like logically, maybe something to do with her. Unless we've gone to the past, then I think it's something to do with my parents.
Yeah. What if it's your
Probably-
dad
maybe-
in the present?
Well, but it could have something to do with my mom, who we've never seen.
I would love to meet her.
No. No, no, you do not.
I said me, not Sawyer.
And then what about Sawyer? You seeing two little?
I know. I saw two. Like they were like halfling frames, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like I don't know. Is that how realistic are the future visions?
Which future visions?
Is that like totally a theory that we can see future visions, or is that like
Have you seen future visions?
No,
No.
we've never seen anything in the future.
Yeah.
I've only seen like present and past.
Yeah.
But Felicity and Joe have just been. It's like like it could be Felicity and Joe like running, but it's like they've been running towards opposite things. Like yes, they each have their own missions that they're pursuing. Like Joe is also looking for Big P for her own reasons.
Yeah.
And Felicity was like, is that a representation of them both racing towards Big P or towards whatever this like object is? Like object / being / Big P / star / child. You know, like, is that my parents? Like, they're the only two left in the house right now. Is that them running away from something?
That's scary.
That's scary. I don't know. I have no idea.
And I'll say all of this. I don't know if I specified this. All of this is taking place in the forest of Estea. Like
But the soul version.
What if it's the
the weird gray kind of dream thing.
Wait, do
So-
we even know that we're on the soul plane or not?
That was just a theory.
Yeah, that's just a theory.
That's a theory from
Campbell,
us?
From
Yeah.
Campbell, yeah.
Holy shit. So we might not even be on the soul plane.
No.
Oh yeah, that's just my theory.
Oh, I hope we are.
But so the forest of Estea is between Lorelei Village and the city of Estea.
Yes.
Okay.
Another theory I had for who you saw was maybe if they weren't halflings, if they were smaller, maybe you're seeing the two other
The two
rush
gnome
cars.
sisters. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
And this,
I think that's likely.
I will
Yeah.
say, I think I'm gonna save that. Yeah.
Because it would make sense. Well, but how could they have gotten through the curtain to touch the bracelet?
Well, we don't know. Maybe what Levi and them did work. Like we don't. That's just our theory that nobody's been able to touch it, but maybe they did get through, or maybe they took them.
Maybe
somewhere
they all
else
share
and-
one soul. The triplets.
Oh.
So they each have a third of a soul, so they could go through and they touched it.
Maybe that'd be crazy. Maybe they're Githyanki.
Maybe it just would be a lot of Githyanki at that point.
I don't think her body would be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or her body would be. Oh yeah, it would have opened up a portal.
Yeah.
Or maybe they are dead and they're on the soul plane right now.
And their souls are.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it definitely could be them.
Or maybe they maybe they killed them in a different way and it didn't work. Like maybe we're just seeing the third one that they killed and they killed all of them actually. And
That's what I thought whenever, like during the episode, whenever you were like two figures running away.
yeah,
That's what I thought it was. And then for some reason I got it into my head that they were halflings.
Could be any. We're all just shooting the shit.
yeah. Hey, this is called shooting the shit break.
Yeah.
I think my A+ was how scared y'all were.
You're so scared.
You got us.
This and the last episode have been like the first times where it's like, I actually am scared right now to like charge into.
I was
We've
actually
never been so low on spell
Yeah.
slots and key points and hit points and
yeah.
And then and
items
we followed Stendar's advice and we all dug deep.
Yeah, but we've truly we've started like maxing out what our characters can do before a long rest,
Yeah.
and like it's been really eye opening for me to see like, oh, I should have a little bit more confidence. Like I can
really use some shit. And
yeah, it's like I can
not
start
running
fucking
out.
shit up,
Yeah.
and I can like spend a little more willy nilly, and I can still once everything's gone, I can still hit at the end of the day too.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But yeah, it was truly like I was making a decision where I was like, this might not go well because I am not in the prime position to do this. But it was also like, but character wise, this is the decision that I would make.
Yep.
Therefore, I will make it.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay. Comment your theories.
Did you do your A pluses in form?
Yeah, my A+ was that I went through the door and I touched the thing.
Yeah.
And my F, I had an F somewhere in there.
It was nothing because you're perfect.
Yeah.
Next question.
Thanks.
Did you do your F?
Yep.
Yeah.
My F was not finding a place to put those visions.
Wow.
If you're on Spotify, get in the Spotify comments and comment your theory. And if you're not in the Discord, get in. If you're listening to the study break right now and you're not in the Discord, we want you. I'm pointing at you. We want you in the Discord. We want you sharing your theories. We want you. We talk about everything in the Discord. It's so fun. It's a great community. So if you're not in, or maybe you've been shy, or maybe you've been in it and you haven't said anything in a while, like hop in.
Oh,
And
don't feel like you have to be caught up to get in the Discord. I see a lot of people that say like, oh, I'm finally here because
Yeah.
I caught up on episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, wow, you're going to be hearing this way later. But don't feel like you have to fully catch up to get in the Discord. Everybody really hides their spoilers really well.
Yeah.
And I also find it fun when people are back on the earlier episodes. Everybody really loves to talk about it. And we have a lot of re-listeners.
Yeah.
So like everybody's willing to interact with whatever part of the podcast that you're on.
Yeah.
if you come on and you've only listened to episode 1, you're not going to see any spoilers because people are very
Then how are you
respectful about-
listening to Study Break 45?
Damn, why are you here?
yeah.
Well, maybe they're gonna accidentally.
If this is a year from now and we're on episode
If
a billion whatever,
Yeah.
If your phone fell and you're picking it up, you clicked on the
Yeah,
wrong
and
episode.
then you skip to the
you
end.
skip to
scrolled
the
all the way
end.
to this exact
the
point.
55-minute
Get in
mark.
the Discord. Just get in there.
Get
Say
in there.
whatever you want.
If you've been twiddling your
you'll love
thumbs, it's time.
Yeah, this is your sign.
If you're listening to this in 2025 or 2026 or beyond, this is your sign to get in the Discord.
Yeah.
And with that, thank you
right.
so much
And with that,
for listening.
And with
with that
that,
little nugget for the voice acting reel.
and with that, we bid you adieu.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.